So this is like, says on a video explaining gender identities. And they always just have the one joke. And it's like, I'm a little older than the kids doing this stuff. Back in the day, there were men, women, and age 64 Apaches. It's always just that one joke. Like, they've never moved on from that joke, and they're creatively bankrupt to come up with any original new ideas. So they just keep cracking the same joke over and over again. And you're like, yeah, it wasn't funny the 16 other times, Billy. So maybe move on and try something else. So it's a girl, none other than Tonya Kitsune, and obviously from what you've seen at the beginning of the video, today we're going to jump into the Reddit, are the cis okay, and realize no, they're not. There's nothing okay about them. So let's just jump into this video. And it goes, this discourse will never die, right? And it goes, I don't know what this person's deal is. They make these clickbait thumbnails all the time, and they're here constantly being posted. Lol. They gotta be doing it, but I love the game at this point. It has to be that. There's no other reason why. And then one person like, that's because Bridget is not trans. And it goes, oh dear, it seems I've spotted a cunt. LL cringe, but you don't even play the game, freak. And it goes, I have over 200 hours in Strive, and even if I didn't, I would just watch the cutscenes of her story mode where she straight up called a woman in her interactions with Venom, where Robo KY says, be extra careful with her like he does every other female character on the roster. You don't play the game. I have over, and it keeps going on. And yeah, actually, I've never played this game, but the creator actually confirmed right here. It says the direction of the ending of the story itself was decided when Bridget first appeared in the game and hasn't changed since then. It was always decided when Bridget was born. Almost the same content was decided. I never changed the story on a whim. It's not just Bridget's story, it's the character's message, and the drama has been decided for a long time. Currently, the recognition of trans people has spread considerably, and it seems that the times have caught up with Bridget's story, which I'd been thinking about for a long time. So yeah, the creator of Guilty Gear has confirmed that he intended Bridget to come out as trans when he created her over 20 years ago. It's just taken this long for the world to catch up on her story. So yeah, the other person that was arguing that she wasn't trans doesn't know what they're talking about. The creator of the character said that she was. So, but you know, this discourse will keep on going on because the cis people are not okay, and they refuse to believe the facts. And it's like, what animal's hiding there? Oh, it's a deer. And this person that posted it thought they could do the haha, I identify as joke. That's, transphobic as fuck. And it goes, you can't hunt me. I identify as a cow. You're not funny with your transphobic joke there. Breaking news, a good Christian makes up a fictional scenario and gets mad about it. Oh, they always do this. They always make up fictional scenarios that they can get mad about and say, oh, I can't believe this, when their made-up scenario is not even happening. But let's see what the picture says. Would you allow your child to transition? And the person's like, yeah, they have the freedom to choose to Christianity. And then it shows the girl mad. Nobody's pissed off about their kid transitioning to Christianity at all. That's not even an issue. And the thing is they always try to make up these fictional scenarios. They're like, oh, you'd allow your child to transition to, if they're, I saying male at birth, but actually female. Well, they wouldn't use that phrase. But you get what I'm saying. They'd be like, you'd allow your child to transition to match the, what they think their gender is. But you wouldn't allow them to transition to Christianity. What the fuck are you talking about? That scenario that you made up in your head doesn't even exist, and you make it up to, try to prove your point about something. I don't know what you're trying to prove your point about. But whatever. But the thing is how many people were killed by Christianity? Now, how many people were killed by trans people? Guess what? Who has the larger numbers? It's Christians. Christians have killed more people than trans people ever have. So how about you shut the fuck up with your supposed argument? How about you do that? And it's like transphobe harassing M&S manager. I don't want what M&S is, but okay, let's go ahead and watch this video and see what's going on.
Video, you saying this because you're breaking the law. It's against the law because you're not providing a space for women only.
Then you can take that up with M&S and their policies. It is completely safe and it is a complete aspect.
It's not safe for women. Okay. It's not safe for women and girls. It puts them at risk. Can you not answer?
Puts them at risk for what? Oh, you've been listening to J.K. Rowling. No, the thing is it's not putting women at risk to allow, trans women such as myself to use the restroom at all. This is made up bullshit. And the thing is show me the statistics backing up what you're saying. Or are you just rambling off what you heard the famous trans folks say? This made up scenario that you have. The thing is men, actual cisgender men, when they go and assault people or sexually assault people, a sign's not going to stop them. They're not going to go through the, whole issue of transitioning just to sexually assault you. They're just going to do it. But you want to target an entire group of people that's done nothing to you because that's what people empowering people with money said.
So the question, why should I have to change in front of a man?
You're not changing in front of a man. You're changing in front of another woman. A trans woman who's in that changing room has more chances of being assaulted and attacked by you than you have of being attacked by them.
Can I ask you to leave the store, please, if you're going to be abusive and obviously
But I'm trying to have a conversation.
No, you're not trying to have a conversation at all. You're just trying to start an argument and get him angry. That way you can be like, oh, see, he proved my point. They're attacking me just for my belief. And that,
And I'm not here to deal with the legal terms of M&S. That is for you to take up with our head office and our accountability there. You need to take it up with them. Please see them.
So why should I have to change in front of a man?
Again, you're not changing in front of a man. You're changing in front of fellow women. You're making a big, huge issue out of a non-issue. Like I already said, is a trans woman has more of a chance of being attacked by you than you have of being attacked by them. That's statistics, honey. That's straight up statistics. What's embarrassing in that you originally uploaded this video thinking you have a point. You don't have no point. There have been genderless Pokemon since Generation 2. Trans propaganda in the new Pokemon game. There are male Pokemon, female Pokemon, and even Pokemon with unknown genders. That's not trans propaganda. Like the person already said, there's been genderless Pokemon since, decades. But that goes to show that this person, the so-called pissed off lawyer, has never even played the game and isn't a fan of the Pokemon games, or this pissed off lawyer would know that genderless Pokemon have existed in the Pokemon franchise almost since the beginning. Just saying. And this one says entitlement, okay? Stick to your math, bro, and take the mop off your head. It's confusing me. Why is it confusing you? Is he identifying as a mop? Should I use him to clean the floor? Let him teach me. A haircut is not an identity. Hope that this helps. Yeah, a haircut's not an identity. Of course, the person still decides to be a joke, a joke of a person and a jerk. It says, I just want to be respected as identity. Jeez, get off my jock. No, jeez, take your transphobic joke and shove it up your fucking ass. How about that? Because you guys always take these other things and try to use it and be like, well, if you can do this, then I can do that. And it's not even remotely the same. It's comparing apples to oranges. And it's like, trans men will never be women. Nobody... This is an accidental ally moment because, yeah, trans men are people who were assigned female at birth but are men. Trans women are people who were assigned male at birth but are women. But let's see the video. And I'm going to mute it because I don't care about whatever it's saying. Trans men, have you ever had a period? Yeah, they have. Because again, like I said, trans men, right, are people who are assigned female at birth but are men. So yes, they have had a period. What did you say? Oh, you haven't? Then you're not a woman. See, this is complete bullshit. And there's plenty of women who can't have periods or never have had a period, and there's still women. Periods have nothing to do with whether someone's a woman or not. But the point is that trans men have had a period, because trans men are people who were assigned female at birth but are men, so they have. But this person's a complete idiot. And this person, because I decided to jump to the comment section, this person's like, as a trans man, I don't have periods. I bleed once a month because I've led a battle with my body for my own survival. I always win, though. And then another comment says, I always love it when they assume the community. When they assume the community's own terminology, they use it they use from themselves and misgenders them. When you bi-signal so hard, you end up virtual singling. So confidently incorrect about many things. Will they ever grow up? This is pathetic to watch. This person, like, what show is that? And it goes, the 1991 anime predicted the future of elder care. I don't know what's going on in that one, but it goes, what we get in real life is 70 plus genders instead of that. Blah, ha, ha, ha. You thought you were so clever with that one. You're like, oh, it's not based, in fact, 70 plus genders. But, the thing is the Talmud, which I maybe pronounced that wrong, but the Jewish scripture, which is what the Old Testament is based off of in Christianity, says there's 7. See, okay, hold on. As you see on your screen, let me scroll down. There you go. I'm not going to read them off, but I'll leave it on this screen, and you can see there's 7. There's the Hebrew word for male, female, androgynous, a person lacking sexual characteristics. This one, which is identified female at birth without developing secondary female sexual characteristics at puberty. Then this one's identified male at birth without developing secondary male sexual characteristics at puberty. And then this one, last one, is identified male at birth without developing secondary male sexual characteristics because of castration. But that's just that. So, the Jewish faith for a long ass time has recognized that there's more than just male and female. And then there's tons of tribes, right, of people. Native Americans, several different tribes have words for it, for that type of person. So yeah, this kind of concept has existed for a long ass time. So you cracking this, 70 plus genders, that's what we get in the future. Baby, it's been around for a long ass time. And it's like transgenderism. Okay. And it's like transgenderism is meant to deconstruct gender roles. No, it's not. For one, there's no such thing as transgenderism. I don't even know what you're talking about, but you posted this on Twitter, so I gotta assume that you're a complete idiot and don't know what you're talking about, because like everybody on Twitter is that way. That's how people are on Twitter is they just run their mouth about stuff. But no, people that are trans, it's not no ideology or meant to deconstruct anything. People that are trans women are women, and people that are trans men are men, and people that are non-binary are non-binary. But it's not meant to deconstruct anything. But instead, you all choose to be Christian conservatives. What? And uphold gender norms and force people into them. What are you even talking about? This doesn't make any sense. This person, I guess, is obsessed with gender stereotypes. But let's look at the comment section. It goes, you can be whatever gender you want to be. Sure is a weird way to force people into gender norms, but okay. And then somebody else, like, also there's many valid ways to express those genders. So forceful. And then this person's like, and they complain about us making up words. And then another person's like, tell me you've never spent any time around trans people without telling me you've never spent any time around trans people. I feel like 60% of the trans people I know are some degree of non-binary. And someone's like, I for one am a tomboyish trans woman. Does that make me some degree of non-binary? Genuinely curious. But anyways, yeah, the original post that was from Twitter, the person doesn't know what they're talking about. They're just like, oh, you get people that are trans, that you're pushing gender stereotypes on people, and the whole thing was meant to deconstruct. No, honey, no, it wasn't. Just quit while you're ahead, and don't make shit up and assume shit about a community that you're not a part of. And it goes, conservatives don't understand basic biology. They really don't. Like the part of biology that they understand, they don't even understand it that well. It's only up to 5th grade. And so that's all they go up to. So they don't know that biology gets a lot more complex after that. See, how school's supposed to work is it's supposed to teach you the basics, and then it expands on those basics the further your education goes. For instance, we were taught when we were younger that there's 3 forms of matter. There's, gas, liquid, and solid. But later on, later on you learn there's also plasma. So there's gas, liquid, plasma, and solid. And so that's how it works. We start with the basics, and then we build onto those basics as we further go on into our education. That's how it works. Like, yeah, for instance, you're told Christopher Columbus discovered America, but obviously he didn't discover anything because there were native people already here. But that's just to start with the basics. What they mean by that is like, oh, well, he was the first one from Europe to go to America and discover it. That you got to start with the basics and then build on to that, if that makes sense. Anyways, this person's like, real women have a womb and 1 extra rib. What? Oh, I get it. This person's getting their biological facts from the fucking Bible. Bear children through their Virginia. Wait, so I obviously as a trans woman I can't give birth. So, cis women, cis women and trans men, do you guys don't give birth until you're in Virginia? Because if so, then my wife did it wrong. And someone's like, breastfed their baby. Okay. Proof that a trans person can do this. A trans man can. But, other people that I knew that gave birth, they didn't go to Virginia. Like, other people I know gave birth in the state that they were in. Are you supposed to go to Virginia to give birth? Because if so, I gotta go talk to a lot of my friends and family members and tell them that they were supposed to go to Virginia to give birth for some reason. I don't know why Virginia. Can you go to West Virginia? Does West Virginia count? Or does it have to be Virginia? Or is it you bear your children through a girl named Virginia? You're like, Virginia, you gotta give birth to my baby. And it's like some kind of weird transference. And it goes, why is his face red? And it goes, new gender says you can identify as seasons. Oh, yeah, because Fox News said that. So, I mean, that's obviously what people must say. And then someone goes, me identifying as Rome season 1. Why is that guy's face red? I've never seen the show. But no, I mean, if you're getting your facts from Fox News about the community, then you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And this person's like, World War II drag soldiers are now trans propaganda, apparently. And then it uses the T-slur propaganda. That's not propaganda, honey. That's history. But they're like, oh, I can't accept that. Gender non-conforming people existed in the past. It must be propaganda. And it goes, transphobes trying not to be obsessed, challenged. And it goes, don't worry, once octopi create their own civilization, they'll create their own religion with their own god, who created them, just like how humans did. And this person's like, for a troon, you're correct on that statement. And someone's like, it could have costed you absolutely nothing to not say for troon. Yeah, which, if you don't know, that's the phrase, the word they use for trans people, is they use the word troon. But anyways, yeah, like you could have just said the person was correct about their statement. But no, they're like, oh, I saw on that profile that they're trans. I have to bring that up. Because anytime a trans person speaks, you gotta bring up their trans, apparently. I don't know why. It's just the rule for the cis people. And it goes, because wanting to be accepted is entitled. And the person goes, I like it. It shows togetherness in the LGBTQ+. And somebody's like, considering how entitled the TQ++ are when it comes to LGB, I think I'm good in passing on that. But that's just me. So wanting to be accepted is entitlement. I mean, I don't even know where this person gets their logic. And the thing is most of the people that LGB drop the T and the Q aren't even part of the community. It's just straight people trying to cause, drama between us queers to try to get us all to fight. So we don't realize they're going to all fuck us over and run us over with the bus. And someone's like, okay. And They're like, you must be ugly. Trans and Arab, bro. That's literally 2 curses in one. You got a dick and it's brown because you're Arab. Oh, wow. So not only is this person transphobic, but this person's a racist, too. You know, you could just shut the fuck up. They're not cursed. I'm pretty sure that if they're Arabic, they don't consider who they are, their people, cursed as you say. And then saying they're cursed because they've accepted who they are as a trans person doesn't mean they're cursed. You know who is cursed? People like you that are so obsessed with people like us. And this person's like, they really couldn't have just made it one comment. And someone's like, just use the genderless he, bruh. What's your problem with singular they? It's plural. They is deliberately an LGBT concept. They has a plural meaning using they. This is also an intentional invention of the U.S. trans community. No, it's not. But they has a plural. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry. I was trying to remember where I was. You already know white people don't like they, and most refuse to use outside the internet. You already know. I checked your profile. You upload videos of Sonic and Shadow kissing. That confirms it. You know exactly why people don't like the use singular they. You already know you are part of the community that much of the world avoids. Why do you intentionally continue what turns people against you? Why do you upload videos of characters not part of your Rainbow Pride community? Insert them into that. Aren't they a creation your group of people create? Okay, I'm done reading this, but that's not true. Using they in a singular sense has been around for a long time. See, right here is a Wikipedia. And it says this use of singular they emerged by the 14th century, about a century after the plural they. Singular they has been criticized since the mid-18th century by prescriptive commentators who consider it an error. But anyways, it has been. For instance, singular they is a gender-neutral third pronoun in English. Somebody left their umbrella in the office. Could you please let them know where they can get it? My personal rule is to never trust anyone who says that they had a good time in high school. The patient should be told at the outset how much they will be required to pay, but a journalist should not be forced to reveal their sources. Everybody can make good pastry if they have the know-how. See, those are instances that singular they can be used in a singular context. And as you see from this Wikipedia page that's on your screen, is that the concept of singular they has been around since the 14th century. But, I mean, I wouldn't expect you transphobes to understand that because you don't know shit about the English language. So, that's all we have time for in this video today. Tell me in the comment section of what you thought of any of this content, or tell us about any other LGBTQIA plus Reddits you would like us to check out and all that stuff. As always, check the description bar. There'll be links and stuff, as there always are, that you can click and whatnot. And comment in the comment section. Remember that in the comment section, it is a safe space for marginalized groups, such as the LGBTQIA plus community and non-white people and other oppressed and marginalized groups. Any comments of hate or bigotry or racism or transphobia or homophobia will be deleted and you will be blocked. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of future videos such as this one that you just watched. Or also hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to join the Fox Den. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I've been your girl, Tonya Kitsune. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.
We are every single star, still here. Trans women, trans men, non-binary and free, still here. You can legislate the document, but you can't legislate me, still here. SB 14442 weapons in one bill, double barrel, double threat. Invalidate the IDs, then ban the bathrooms, make them sweat. Now any stranger on the street can sue a trans person for a $1,000 fee, just for suspecting, just for looking. That's a bounty hunter regime. Use the restroom twice in the wrong place. That's a civil